Good day and welcome people. Thank you for joining the after party raw and uncut right here with Klipkop, coming at you in Her Majesty the Queen's vernacular. What has been happening in the news? Since I've been becoming more serious about my live streams, I've been paying more attention to the smaller news stories and looking at which ones we should actually bring more attention to. And guys, there's just so much content out there. I had to cut a lot out. But what do I have for you tonight? I have Ndlozi getting an attack in Parliament. South African Airways, the unions are doing their best to ruin this country. I can promise you that. Saldanha Steel is closing down. The entire West Coast is going to suffer from this. 550 employees will directly be retrenched, and another 450 is permanent contractors at the plant. So a lot of jobs being lost, and the West Coast doesn't look like it has a good future. Dobsonville has protests about ESKOM. I will get into that a bit later. White-owned land is still being stolen in Zimbabwe to this day. And the Western Cape is still building a wall. I'm going to paint the Democratic Alliance in a good light. Yes, people, wait for that. Klipkop is going to talk good about the Democratic Alliance. It's going to happen right here. Let me switch over to the side chats. What's happening? Jan de Toy says, Ndlozi is such an expletive. Good evening, Faye. Good evening, Bernard, Chad, Blichnot, Aware, Massacant. JSC Woodcraft, thank you for coming back. Bernard, and hello, Suicidal Animal. Chad is in the hizzy always. We have Sandra, and we have Nomina Magul. So, let me switch over to my desktop for you guys. BMJ Media, I see you are also in the mix. Let's start off with the Springboks must fall. Now, I'm going to play the video for you guys. We're in week 2 now. The Bokke must fall. I just want to make sure all the levels are correct. I probably already blown your ears off. But this is something to listen to. This is crazy. Is my sound okay? Am I peaking out? I think I must turn this down just a little bit. I'm trying a new microphone position. Is that better? Like it's no distortion, less distortion? Here we go. I think that is perfect. Okay, let's do that.
The Honorable Ndlozi.
Okay, just to give you guys a little bit of context, you can see all the green and gold jerseys throughout the benches. It's not even just the DA, it's throughout all the benches, all the parliamentarians, except the EFF puts on their box jerseys for today. And this is a special parliamentary session just to congratulate the box on their victory. Now this is what our Honorable Ndlozi has to say.
The EFF has long called for total decolonization of our public symbols. This underlies our inability to join in the fake celebration of the Springboks, because the Springbok is a sign that cannot be whitewashed. It stands in parallel continuity with the stem, entrenching white supremacy in our society. That is why the rugby team in question is white dominated. It is a perfect reflection that white people have successfully resisted change in our country for the last 25 years. By definition, apartheid was always about creating a situation where black people live as though they are a minority in this country, when in fact we are a majority. They tried to achieve this through the tricameral parliament and the Bantustan. That is why they ask us to be happy for being integrated, accommodated, included in their white-dominated associations. People agree that rugby has not transformed, and it is not about to transform. So what exactly are we celebrating? It is only us, is it only us who remember that the Springboks' purity had been kept by creating an inferior team known as the Leopards in order to distinguish them from the lily-white Springboks? Who has recognized our...
I have to cut that right there. You know, if you are going to start like throwing terms around like the lily-white Springboks, I mean, I can think of a lot of derogatory things like I can say about the tone of skin of black people, but that would probably land me in jail. This cuck is tolerated in Parliament. Natasha Mazon, where were you when he said that lily-white thing? Where were you?
The lily-white Springboks. Who has recognized our black rugby heroes like Majola, Mjo, Tsotsobe, Makechana, Charles Mkweba, who scored a brilliant try for the Leopards against the visiting Springbok British Lions in 1974. Out there, people say what's happening is racial unity on the streets. But the truth is, out there is scores of black people extending their exploited, marginalized, scandalized, and brutalized humanity to a white-dominated team. This is what happens every day in South Africa. Black people running behind white-dominated institutions seeking inclusion, recognition, and affirmation in the country of their own birth. Our people have done this in 95. Our people have done this in 97. And in return, the white-dominated society has not opened itself up. Lepaletswe Mandela, he could not even make you accept change, white people. To the white community, to this day, has not recognized the humanity of black people. They refuse to this day to accept that 25 years, only one Makazole Mapimpi has made it from rural rugby in the Eastern Cape, where there are more black rugby players than the white people combined in South Africa. That Siako Lisi had to go to a white school. Otherwise, you would have not seen the light of day in the World Cup. Why must we rally behind people who, when they are together, call us baboons? One of the players in this recent team.
See, now listen to him here again. Here's another, like, massive racial stereotype. Again, Natasha Mazon, where were you? This is when you must stand up and say, whoa, this honorable member must withdraw. But no, we'll just keep on booing.
Together call us baboons. One of the players in this recent team, Eben Etzebeth, is facing charges of racial assault in a case led by the human rights. We therefore call on black people to refuse the emotional abuse that the ANC government is subjecting us to. It's a collective emotional abuse. This racial parade is a complete emotional abuse of our people, and it is emotional abuse to a people who have given too many cheeks to racism, and they no longer have any other cheek to give anymore. No racial unity until the land comes back. No racial unity until equality in black people paid the same salaries as white people for doing the same job. No racial unity until the wealth of this country is shared by all who live in it. No racial unity until a rugby team rises that has black majority in it, like the country we live in. When you are done celebrating here, go outside and celebrate the statue of Louis Botha. Go and celebrate the Stradom Square. Go sing the stem. Go fly the apartheid flag. Send your children to Jan van Riebeck School down the road. Do not include us, Asizi.
Like now he is equating people supporting the Springboks as if they are waving the apartheid flag and singing the stem. This is absolutely fucking ludicrous. And we are accepting this in our parliament. The decorum in the house has decayed up to a stage where parliament is useless. You can't debate over issues if you are going to react like this. Nobody. I see Jan is in the chat asking, where's the Freedom Front Plus? Where was Peter? Where was Jaco? Where was Eloise? Where was Tammy? Where was Wouter? I'm asking the same question as well. Where were you guys? It's kind of like the chief whip of the official opposition. I would have actually expected them to stand up, but no. But anyway, it is a good question. Pieter, waar was jy gewees toe hy so te kere gegaan het? Kon jy nie opgestaan en gesê het, hoor hierso, dis verkeerd wat die man doen nie. Sorry, ek het alweer gestop. Bietjie rewind.
Go and celebrate the Stradom Square. Go sing the stem. Go fly the apartheid flag. Send your children to Jan van Riebeck School down the road. Do not include us, Asizi. We are the generation of roads must fall. We are the generation of the stem must fall. We are the generation that is refusing the emotional abuse that our parents went through. We are the generation that will say without a shadow of doubt, without any apology, that the Boke must fall. It is a white supremacist sign that belongs in the dustbin of history. So there is no stronger together. Our message is, black people, you are on your own. There are no ways to unite with us in landlessness, in informal settlements. Do not force black people to celebrate people who humiliate them. The Springbok must fall. Asijiki.
Like guys, there's only one word for a person like him, and that is a nair. This guy is a nair. You can hear clearly like he is a racist. And this is racist hate he is spewing. I can't believe we accept this in Parliament. I watched this parliamentary session as well. They just let people continue to talk. Like the chair never stops people. The chair always waits for like somebody else to first make a point of order before they will react. The chair should have shut that down years ago when he started with that lily white cuck. No. But to me it looks like Julius Malema is writing Ndlozi speeches these days. We know Malema is in a bit of trouble. He has been in and out of court. And it seems like his court cases are piling up. And he's not really taking the center stage with spewing racial hatred anymore. But it looks like he is writing Ndlozi speeches these days because Ndlozi never like had this type of bad attitude. But listening to the words, to me it sounds like Julius Malema. Maybe he draws inspiration from him and is trying to sound like him. But for me, that sounded to me like Julius Malema. Let's check out the chat real quick. By the EFF standard, Colby and Mpimpi must be racist for driving a white bull under two poles. Gosh, it sounds like rape. Ndlozi is a sewing machine. Net so. Now, germ warfare I see is in the chat. Germ had an interview with Katie Hopkins yesterday. And I was there and the video got taken down for hate speech, if I'm correct. But I couldn't see any hate speech. Like the theory out there is it's because she mentioned a white genocide. But I really couldn't pick up anything that she said that was hateful towards anybody. I don't know, like if you were in Germ Warfare's chat or live stream yesterday, like you can press F in the comments. Puss is a female cat. Also, okay, I'm going to stop reading comments from now. Next on the list, we have South African Airways. Like South African Airways, they got a bailout. It's like 9.2 million rand over the next 3 years. They got that the other day, and I showed you, I think it was on my last live stream, they are asking for another 2 billion immediately just to keep operations going, you know, just to take the edge off. But that is not the end of the problems. The unions are doing their best to trash South Africa. Union threatens total shutdown of SAA over proposed job cuts. Now, we looked at Tito Mbowene's speech the other day, and Tito Mboweni said like everything has to go absolutely flawlessly. All the plans must fall into place one after the other, else the state-owned entities is definitely going to collapse. He talked about half of SAA will be privatized, and but now the unions are saying like they are planning on cutting jobs, so they are going to shut down SAA. Trade union, the National Transport Movement, has threatened to shut down South African Airways after the embattled state airline announced that it would undergo reconstructing. On Monday, 11 November, the airline said that it started a reconstructing process that could see its workforce cut by almost a fifth. Now, this union that they are talking about, the National Transport Movement, let's go look into them. The National Transport Movement fails to pay. The NTM union is in financial distress and has not paid the SA Revenue Service or its employees' Provident Fund contributions for months. At least 3 of its employees have reported union executives to the police, who are investigating cases of fraud. So like this is already the cesspool of people you are dealing with here, and now they're going to shut down SAA. But if you look at the structure of how unions work, this National Transport Union falls somewhere along the line, falls under COSATU, which falls under the ANC. So the way I see it is that the ANC they are the people shutting down SAA. The unions fall under the ANC, it falls under COSATU. Why can't the ruling party stop this cut from happening? SAA is in trouble. Now, where's the home? Over here. Here's the home. Now look at this emblem. Now this things lets me think about another union. NUMSA.org. Now, NUMSA are the guys in the plastics factory that in the plastics industry that set a guy alight, a security guard, a private security guard, in his cubicle because he went to work that day. Now, another story that I'm going to speak about tonight is ArcelorMittal. They are closing down Saldanha Steel because operations aren't profitable anymore. But look over here, press statements. NUMSA embarks on a strike at ArcelorMittal over labor brokers. This is why the private sector is in trouble. The unions have way too much power. Donnie Barna, thank you for that 100 Rand donation. Thank you very much for that 100 Rand donation. It's always well appreciated. Here is this $100 before the ANC nationalized the Reserve Bank, and 100 is worth nothing. I guess I should go and invest it in Bitcoin. Now, Donnie is a big fan of Bitcoin, but thank you very much for the donation. If you look at, here is a newsletter. If you go to the NUMSA website, numsa.org.za, you guys can actually go try it. You end up at the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party, and then it throws you over to this page. And here on the actual NUMSA page, Here is a movement for socialism newsletter. So these guys are like blatant socialists. But after reading through this newsletter, download the newsletter. If I read through this and see how they report on things, like for example, this wanted Cyril, he's a Nongolosh. The way they report on things. This is a small group of silly people that is holding SAA and basically the entire country at ransom. And we are doing nothing. The ANC has the power to stop this. Look, here's an article about Marxism and evolution. They make a link up on that. Now Karl Marx and Charles Darwin, ooh, they look almost the same. It's almost like they're a conspiracy theory website. Crazy shit. I have a few more examples here of the NTM, they shut down Shoprite and Checkers for a while. And here is another report of NUMSA members. Also, ArcelorMittal, the place that's closing down now. It's because of this shit they are closing down. Okay, I did contact Jeremy Nell earlier. Ooh, I'm sweating again. I'm sweating for you guys. You're making me sweat. Jeremy, are you ready for me? Let me know in the chat. Because Jeremy's video got taken down from Katie Hopkins and I just don't know why. And I would love to speak to Jeremy. Okay, let me see if I can connect. I just need to switch my side camera off first. Side camera properties. I deactivate it. So now I can go to the desktop and I can phone Jerm. Oh, hey, Jerm, how are you, bro?
I'm looking at the side of you.
Are you looking at the side of me? Okay, I can move my camera over here.
Oh, I'm hearing myself twice.
I'll fix that in a second. But why are you hearing yourself twice though? I can't see. Speak.
And I'm hearing you twice as well.
Do you still have YouTube open?
Do I still have YouTube? Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
there
awesome.
We go.
Your video with Katie Hopkins got taken down. Now I was actually waiting for the stream to happen already 15 minutes before, and I watched the whole thing. And for the love of God, I can't figure out why YouTube thinks there was hate speech in that live stream.
I don't know. I've got no idea. I suspect it might be to do with the fact that she spoke about immigrants, Muslim immigrants particularly, and white genocide, fat people.
I don't know, would they really like take down a video that speaks about a white genocide? That's not really like a call to violence or hate speech.
Yeah, but I think if you put all the talking points together, you'd probably get something that YouTube doesn't like. You got Trump, Brexit, immigration, Katie Hopkins, white genocide, farm murders, all the things you're not allowed to speak about anymore.
Yeah, I remember on the Carplander video that like Carplander released like a lot of edgy content, but nothing like YouTube could really nail him on. But when he released that video that said the alt-right must die, which is one of his like more subtle videos, they found a reason like to get him for hate speech. So it's probably like you said, it's an accumulation of everything.
Yeah, it's weird because they also don't tell you. So I've got no idea, and it's a bit unfortunate because it really was a great discussion.
Mm-hmm. So look, I agree. I enjoyed it, but what I don't understand is there's so many Katie Hopkins videos on YouTube as well, where she speaks about similar things. Like, why take down this one though?
Buddy, your guess is as good as mine. I was flabbergasted when I got that email from YouTube. And I was chatting to Katie. In fact, she emailed me this morning saying that I'm going to send you the link so that she can share it.
Yeah.
And I literally, it wasn't even 5 minutes after I had emailed her the link that YouTube emailed me, and I had to quickly contact her and say, listen, so scratch that idea. YouTube have just pulled the video. And then I got messages from people saying that literally halfway through the video, it just died. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, how abrupt it was. It wasn't even a warning. There was nothing. It was just instantaneously.
Okay, but they are probably keeping a close eye on Katie and looking for something to take her videos or any promotional content of her down. And I think, unfortunately, it was not just because you were like the guy over there. I also have a problem with YouTube a little, but mine is not that bad though. My problem is that when I use footage from the parliamentary YouTube channel,
right, yes,
then that is public domain content, correct?
Yeah. So this is where I'm a little bit conflicted, because I've done 2 live streams in which I've used footage from elsewhere, which does appear to be public domain, and I'm very happy to even credit where the videos come from, but it doesn't appear to matter. The moment somebody reports, or YouTube are very quick to protect the supposed owners of the content. So I'm not entirely certain where the green areas and where the red area is. So I after that last video I did, not that it got taken down, but I can't figure out why videos get demonetized, and I'm wondering if that's a possible variable. So from now on, I'm not really going to include external videos.
I'm also going to start figuring it out. When they turned my monetization on, it was clear to me that this person at YouTube just randomly selected videos to demonetize and like waited for me to like. So like I don't know how that will be approached. The problem I have though is the piece that I use from the parliamentary YouTube channel. Not even like the DSTV as a whole. Die kyk net verslag used a piece of that public domain content in one of their own videos. So now, with the automatic algorithm, they saw a piece of my video is also in KyKnet's video, and they demonetized it. So
I would just steer clear.
They are basically they are taking copyright over public domain content. And I think that is bullshit.
Yeah, but remember something. You're always going to come off second best, even if you're correct. This is what I've learned. When it comes to stuff like this, rather just stay away from that line, because you are probably correct. But how are you going to fight this? You can't really. Someone's asking in the comments if I can contest it. No, YouTube have absolutely, completely eradicated that video from my dashboard. They allow nothing. I cannot approach them. I can do nothing. Everything is grayed out. They said that this is completely inappropriate content for YouTube. That's it. No appeal.
Can you view the video yourself?
I can, but YouTube won't allow me to download it either, because it's completely protected it. So I can't download the video. I thankfully downloaded the audio last night for the podcast, which I have put onto my website. So you can go and listen to the entire episode, but you can't watch it. They just absolutely blocked me from accessing my video. And I've learned something. I think it's probably important to record each episode on top of live streaming it for that purpose.
The thing is, if you can physically watch the live stream, that means you can record it from your screen, and then you have the video again on your computer, and then you can distribute it wherever you want to.
You mean like using a screen recorder?
Like, but the thing is, we're getting into boring stuff now. I'm here to give you the news, but I can maybe talk to you about that a bit later, because it's really super easy. I don't know what your plans are for the evening, if you want to do that tonight or maybe, but I should be wrapping up around 9.
I'm here. We can chat. I don't have anything going on this evening.
Then I'll check you on the Discord server again. After it, and maybe you and I can go to a private chat just for like 5 minutes, and I can I'll tell you exactly what to do, and you should be all sorted.
Yeah. Can I just quickly respond to one or two comments there
Yeah,
that
for
are
sure.
asking
Go
me
ahead.
questions?
Go ahead.
Did you sleep tonight? I've been told by a bunch of people in the last 2 weeks that I'm getting fat and that I'm looking tired. Okay, so yes and yes. I got back into the gym yesterday. I haven't been in the gym for about 6 months, so I accept the fat challenge. I won't take it personally. And the second question is, I am a little bit tired. Yes, I'm very, very busy, but I'm still energetic. So okay, and then Jim looks like an insomnia. Gee, guys, are you really going dramatic here? And then there was another question. Sorry, start finding an alternative platform. Yeah, okay. So that's what I wanted to quickly tell you about. I think you're aware, Klipkop, that BitChute exists.
It does. I've uploaded 2 or 3 videos, but their search function is just cuck. Like people don't use it.
No, so I don't see it as an alternative to finding videos, but it's certainly an alternative to hosting videos. So, for example, I've got a very controversial. If you thought last night's chat was controversial, the one coming up next week is even more so. So I'm busy chatting with my guest now about doing it as a pre-recorded video, because it's going to get taken down, I think, before it's even finished in the live stream. And those who know will have read on my website that it's the West Borough Baptist Church, which is probably the most controversial church in the world. Yeah, so and I'm chatting with them on Monday. But the problem there is there's absolutely no possible way that YouTube is going to keep that video live. No ways. So I'm busy chatting with the guy now, because not that I agree with them, but I want to have the discussion, and I don't want it to be censored. So we're busy trying to find a way to do it. So I think we're going to probably do it as a pre-recorded video and then upload it to BitChute rather than YouTube.
I think that'll be the best way to go. Like, I have uploaded to BitChute before, but it's just because it's great for like backing your stuff up, but like to get your stuff seen and distributed, I don't think that's really the right platform, unless you you go by word of mouth.
BitChute is going to, I believe, implement live streaming in the near future. That will be a game changer.
But anyway, thank you for popping on. I'm sure everybody was wondering exactly what happened with the Katie Hopkins thing.
Cool.
And
I'll see you just now.
I hope they are updated. Cheers, man.
Cool. Cheers.
Bye. Okay, let me see if I can restore my thingies. Let me put the front camera over here. Take this camera back. Yeah. I need to restore my stuff. Properties. Activate. Apply. I am the live stream master. Okay. Cosmic Surface says YouTube is still the best platform, but can be used as a link video only. Like I support the idea that what BitChute is doing. There's certain videos out there you just can't get any other place. For example, okay, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to give that example. No. Okay, so everybody's happy. I've got some news to go through. You are still with the Klipkop live, raw and uncut. Let's get back to that. Now, Saldanha Steel. People, the West Coast is in trouble. Switch to my desktop. West Coast region hard hit by Saldanha Steel closure. The closure of ArcelorMittal South Africa's Saldanha Steel plant will affect roughly 900 workers, 550 of whom are directly employed by the company, with the remainder subcontracted. The move is expected to have serious economic consequences for the region. Oh no. for the region, where ArcelorMittal is one of the largest employers. Shana Damonis, chairperson of the West Coast Sakekamer, West Coast Business Chamber, said she is concerned about the financial impact not only on the affected employees, but the region at large. Now, I know exactly what her concerns are, because in the 90s, our new government said they want to have economic zones, special economic zones. And part of that special economic zone is right here in Saldanha. And they built Saldanha Steel over there. They also have Dobsonville Steel, which is at the moment it is 49% government owned and 51. I'm going to lie to you. I'm not going to give stats. Dobsonville Steel is here as well. So there's 2 steel processing plants, and they built this big industrial development zone for specifically subcontractors to start up businesses to support Saldanha Steel and Dobsonville Steel. And it has happened. A lot of businesses has popped up, but they were projecting a lot of growth. And if you live around here and you know about the little zone I'm talking about, there's so many streets that have been tarred and everything, and electricity going out, and the lamp poles are up. They were expecting this massive influx of people and businesses to the area. And Saldanha Steel was the backbone for that. Thousands and thousands of people have moved to Saldanha, either directly or indirectly, because Saldanha Steel was operating in the area. And now they are not going to operate in the area anymore. The only plus side I can think of this move, it'll be a plus side for guys like me that's renting. But for homeowners, like the people will lose their jobs, not only at Saldanha Steel, the contractors, and contractors usually use subcontractors. So a lot of people will be affected. They will move away from the West Coast area, and rent is going to come down, definitely. Now, Solidarity mentioned that they are doing their best. I've heard from some people in town. This is not confirmed news. This is nothing is on paper, but it sounds like they are at least not just throwing the employees away. The plant must be closed by Q1 of next year, and that is January, February, end of March. So we have 4.5 months left that these employees have work. So the employees have 2 options. There's a voluntary severance package that they can take, and a severance package usually gets determined by how many years you have worked, and you get a certain amount of months for a certain amount of years. But that is going to be real bad for the people that only has been working there for like 1 year or 2 years. It's only like the old people that will actually benefit from this severance package. But it sounds like the unions have fought and said if your severance package is less than 100,000, you will get at least 100,000, which I think it is a good thing. And it's also not a thing of they are chasing all the people away today. There is like 4 months they can use. It is sad that they are closing it, but at least it doesn't seem like they are treating the people wrongly. You know, they're trying to do it respectfully. So there I can give them a big up. Yeah. Checking the chat quickly again. It looks like you guys are talking amongst each other. That place could not have made that much money in so few years. I think it was a big loss. Saldanha Steel also changed. It was, I think, 50% privately owned and 50% government owned. But the government sold their shares. I saw a report earlier that government was calling that ArcelorMittal rather sells the plant than just closing it down. But the thing is, it was so non-profitable that even the government decided to pull the hell out of there. But now they are telling the private sector, you guys are not allowed to pull out. If it's not making money, it's not making money. The unions are protesting all the time. They want more and more and more benefits. It costs more and more and more to run the plant with the escalating electricity prices and everything, and legislation that is coming down hard on private companies. It is just not profitable to have the plants anymore. It is very similar to what happened in my hometown, Kleinzee. As soon as the new government took over, people started protesting and they got their way. And to run the plants just started costing more and more and more until it was just not profitable to mine anymore. There's still a lot of diamonds left there in my old hometown, but you can't take them out because it's just too expensive to mine it. What else has been happening in the news? The Dobsonville protests. Let me get the copy and paste. Let me switch to my main screen. Actor Patrick Shy shot with rubber bullets during Soweto protest. Residents burned tires demanding answers from ESKOM after being without power since last week. Actor Patrick Shy has been wounded by police who have fired rubber bullets at protesters in Dobsonville, Soweto. Residents burned tires demanding answers from ESKOM after being without power since last week. Shy, who was not affected by the power cuts, tried to intervene and convince the police not to use force to disperse of the community. They shot him dead. Looks here on the boat. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, ta. Yes, I see some blood on the chest, but I can't see the actual bullet wound. And there's 2 marks on his arm. They got him properly. But why the hell would you try and stop the police from returning public order? Like, these protests weren't peaceful. Let me show you guys. Okay, let me first show you that temporary hiccup. No, man, this thing was working yesterday. Oh, here we go. So he played in a lot of stories before. The biggest mentions are Laan, Generations, Skeem, Saam, and he also played in the movie Cry the Beloved Country. Like, I don't know the other names of these movies and series, but like, he's a very, very well-known actor. But I also think he's a bloody fucking poople. Why the hell would you stop the police when they are trying to restore public order? I think he learned his lesson. Was the protest peaceful? We have video footage. Always nice to have video footage. Peaceful march in Dobsonville.
That's provocation. How? 30 million there. Send them to anyone. That's provocation.
Over there in the beginning, you can clearly see this is right next to the place where they burnt tires and uplifted, threw rocks into the streets. So that is definitely not peaceful protests. People, our constitution allows us to demonstrate in a peaceful manner. Demonstrations hardly ever stays peaceful. How are we going to stop this? Here we have some photos. Okay, this photo is not too bad. It's basically the Dobsonville Mall that has been like literally barricaded to keep the people out. Here we see, like, if you throw rocks into the street and you are not allowing the public to use the roads that they have paid for, you are being disorderly and public order must be restored. Here we go. We are burning up the road. Like, this cock needs to be fixed. Why are you breaking your own communities? but they are demonstrating their unruliness. Yes. Let's see, Josie FM had a status over here which caught my attention. Johannesburg Metro Police Department officers are currently monitoring a protest in Messi Park next to Dobsonville Shopping Centre. Residents have blocked off Brown Fisher Road and Van Onselen. Like, as far as I know, Brown Fisher is a big road. Residents are fighting against electricity cutoffs. Motorists are advised to avoid the area. But why would ESKOM cut the power to them? ESKOM seems like a bunch of bliksems. Why would ESKOM make these poor people suffer? This is why. So mark mens. Analysis. Does Soweto owe ESKOM 18 billion rand in unpaid electricity? Guys, all of the links I used tonight is down in the description. You guys can go check it out. And I can sit here and like read to you a bedtime story, or you guys can go and read it yourself, but I'll give you like the gist of it. It is very difficult to determine exactly how much money Soweto owes to ESKOM. But this article was written off an article Africa Check did. And the most conservative estimate, this is a best case scenario. Soweto owes ESKOM 12 billion. There are other reports of 18 billion and 19 billion because some fees still has to be added. But worst case scenario, Soweto owes ESKOM 18 billion. But don't worry, Soweto residents, they are a bunch of clever guys. They know how to solve this. They decided, okay, no, they are going to work with ESKOM. Soweto residents are saving the day. Look at what they are doing. Electricity flat rate requested by Soweto residents. No solution to 19 billion debt. The proposal by Soweto residents to pay a flat 100 rand fee for electricity is not the solution to the spiraling electricity debt of 19 billion that the country's largest township owes the power utility ESKOM. Well, there you go, guys. Like they don't want to like have meters or nothing. They want to pay 100 rand a month, and ESKOM must just supply electricity. Like you can't even boil your coffee water for a month with 100 rand electricity. I'm not going to say that they have absolutely no reason to be disgruntled. There is large parts of Soweto where they have an electricity supply, and that 1 meter is supplying 6, 7 or 8 households, and that hasn't been rectified. But to say now that nobody is going to pay is just stupid. We have just a ghost saying just turn it off. Well, that is what they did, and the people started protesting. But now we sit with a problem. Okay, let's say we allow them to pay 100 rand a month electricity. Now the ESKOM debt is just going to like spiral more and more and more out of control. So we definitely can't do it. ESKOM is on its last legs. That is not going to happen. So now the only other option is keep the power off to Soweto. But now you keep the power off to Soweto, these people see it as justification to go into the streets and act violently. Marxism teaches you that if you are disgruntled with something, you are allowed to act violently. It is normal. Oh, that's racist. Switch off Soweto. 100 rand flat rates. So can we start buying cars for 100 rand flat rate? It's almost like Venezuela pinning their currency to the US dollar. Meanwhile, their currency is like 5,000 times less worth than the US dollar. But no, we are pinned. People, there are... When Robert Mugabe got removed from the presidency of Zimbabwe, everybody said, Emmerson Mnangagwa, he is the new leader. He's going to pull this country straight. It's very, very similar to when Cyril Ramaphosa took over. Emmerson Mnangagwa knows economics and he will save this country. And it's the same that they said about Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, White farm evictions are still continuing. Now, here's a couple of difficult words. Tongue twisters. I'm going to try my best to read it properly. Chinhoyi white commercial farmer Gary Hensman evicted from his dairy farm. And this is not like back in the day. This is the 7th of November. This is 5 days ago. Gary Hensman, a white commercial farmer from Chinhoyi, was yesterday evicted from his dairy farm, Gippsland Dairy Farm. His farm was earmarked for the redistribution in 2017 under the controversially land reform. Gary Hensman farm had been initially spared in the early 2000s when Zimbabwe embarked on chaotic fast-track land reform, which is blamed for Zimbabwe's economic collapse. In 2017, ZANU PF youths invaded Gippsland Dairy Farm after the late Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe called on the youths to occupy the few remaining white-owned farms. Gary Hensman resisted the move and fought to keep his farm. According to reports, Mashonaland West Provincial Minister withdrew Gippsland Dairy Farm from redistribution, but Lands Minister Perrin Shiri didn't approve the withdrawal, resulting in Gary Hensman losing his land. So here we have this guy has a history with this land, and let's check the video out.
We're okay for now. Yeah, we are okay for now. Just put everything on standby and hold it. If anything crops up, we'll let you know. All right. Cool, but the network's terrible here. Like a... You got cold beer, Gary.
So there you can see all of his stuff is on a trokkie. He must literally just pack up his shit and leave. It's not like they expropriated a piece of his farm or anything. They literally like took his whole farm. And how the hell do I get out of here? Here we go. There are other news reports. I didn't copy and paste that, but there shit, what was my point now? I lost it. Let's go to the chat real quick. The Rhodesian genocide is still ongoing. In other news, in local news, I see we have 7 minutes remaining. It's actually a good time to just finish. I am going to speak kindly about the DA. Why? It's not really a big thing, you know, but it's at least something positive. On the DA's website, Home Affairs admits that it is incapable of solving refugee crisis. The Democratic Alliance DA notes that the Department of Home Affairs has openly admitted to not having the legal capacity and resources to enforce the country's immigration laws and ultimately avoid the issues which have resulted in the ongoing sit-ins at the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, offices in Tshwane and Cape Town. Now over here you can go read all about it on the DA website, but it's basically just them noticing. They don't really give a proper answer of how we are going to solve this. My idea of solving this is get vans, force the people into vans with guns and drop them off north of the border. Let them find a way back to their own homes where they came from. Now, let's go to the chat. And it's time to light an entry. Jan de Tooy is so happy that I like said something positive about the DA. It's my pleasure, Jan. Maybe me and you, we can meet each other halfway between the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. Because there was this, I can maybe go to that quickly. Let me light the cigarette first. I'll put it on my desktop in 1 second. But there's this one parliamentarian. Guys, Why am I smoking the Enchi now? It's not Enchi time yet. It is Super Chat time. And our donators from last Sunday, Donnie Barnard coming in with a 750. Thank you very much, Donnie Barnard, like leaving a huge donation and another 100 tonight. Thank you very much. We have a few solid donators, like every live stream they give a little bit, and I would thank you very much. That is what keeps me alive. Herzog Nel gave a 40, Mark C a 30, JC McFarlane a 14 rand, and Chad Blignut another 14 rand. Thank you very much for supporting my channel, guys. See, the only way like I can keep going is if I get donations, unfortunately. So if you support independent media, please leave a donation. It will be greatly appreciated. So now I can smoke an Enchi. It's time for Daga. Zeekat is 420 friendly. He's an Airy. Chad Blignot, aware massacre. Thank you very much. Another 14 rand. You get your name up on my billboard with heavy metal playing in the background. I must still decide. I must plow money back into my channel. The book I promised to buy, Patna Self-Bestuur from Flip Base, still hasn't arrived. Now it's been, I think, 10 days now, and I really hope that they will get the book to be sooner than later. It might be because I've got a little bit of Gen X and a little bit of millennial in me, and it's probably the little bit of millennial that feels that 10 days is a bit long to wait. You know, like especially Postnet is really quick. So like, I don't know why there was so much delays of sending my book away, but let's hope it's here by Friday. If it's not here by Friday, I might, like, you know, write an angry email or an angry tweet or something. Maybe they react. Jan de Toy says the halfway point between the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. Yeah, the halfway point. So that means the DA must quit all race-based policies. The DA must strive for this idea of colorblindness that everybody promised white South Africans back in 1994, or 1990 rather. The other thing is, Desmond Tutu was one of these Rainbow Nation guys in 1994. He's still around. I saw a photo of him like today, posing with Siya Kolisi. He's still fit and well. Why is he so quiet? Because he was always the one of South Africans should unite, South Africans should unite. But his own party is like blaming white people for everything, and it's really, really, really racist. Why haven't you said anything about this? Let's do this. Desmond Tutu, I challenge you to come onto my live show and explain yourself. That'll work. Desmond Tutu will definitely come on my show now. He cannot still be Desmond Tutu. He must be Desmond 100 by now. He doesn't look too bad. Like let me see. Maybe I can find it on. Oh, we're almost at 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit over. Sorry. Desmond Tutu. Kolisi. Here we go. Here's a news report, and like you see, Desmond Tutu over here it doesn't look like it's his home. It looks like he's at a church or something. You know, he's out and about. He does have the kiriki, but he's out and about. But I would really like to hear from Desmond Tutu. Where is this Rainbow Nation that him and Mandela promised us? Because it doesn't exist anymore. Jan de Toy, do away with BEE. DA still supports their own version of BEE. Basically supporting your own version of discrimination. Yes, like, it's why I say the DA speaks with a forked tongue. Because they tell the white community that they don't support BEE. But they tell the black community, we support race-based redress. and it was very risky because you can either have the white people believing this side of the story and the black people believing that side of the story, and like hoping that nobody would notice that this shit is happening, but not under my watch. I'm sorry, DA, it's not going to happen. Jader Blanche said, "Die land is moe toe, just accept it. Immigrate to Botswana." Okay, people, any last comments? This is a last call for comments. I'll check you guys on the Discord server right after this. Link is in the description. Oh, spasm. I must lift my ass. Oh, that's a big one. That's bad. I still haven't lit my Enchi. The Klipkop party has my vote. Thank you. Like, you can be my commissioner. I have got some things to reply to. I forgot about that as well. I had some questions from last week that I missed. Suicidal Animal asked, "Do you have any comments about technology advancements in the world and how South Africa fits in?" Now, that is a really great question, and it's well put. And the short answer is no. I don't have an opinion. We have like bigger cuck to sort out. Like this fourth industrial revolution. Like what? We can't think of technology. Okay, technology probably isn't so bad in South Africa. It could be worse. Like I'm able to do a live stream onto YouTube from South Africa, so it's probably not that bad. But I think we do have bigger fish to fry. Friedi Boer asked, "I don't understand. Satanic art is okay, but yoga is fruitcake." Now I was referring to Martin Marx. Now Martin Marx is the son of Lana Marx. Now Lana Marx has been appointed as the US ambassador to South Africa, and she appointed her own son as chief of staff. Neither Lana Marx nor her son Martin Marx has any political background. Watch out for 5G, please. Neither of them has any political background. But if you are asking why I think this guy is a fruitcake, well, firstly, he is a failed Huffington Post journalist, and secondly, he is a failed yoga instructor. Let's go to his Instagram page, because his Twitter page is protected. Okay, this is the overview. He's like really into corgis as well, but like really, Friedi Boer compared my stuff with that satanic kid. That, like I said, the satanic kid, he's allowed to do his art. But the thing is, that satanic kid is not the chief of staff to the ambassador to South Africa. That little satanic kid isn't going to make decisions that's going to affect this country. Here we go, Zen Master. Here we have the chief of staff for Lana Marx. We are going to fix this country with yoga, people. Yoga. Yoga. Ta-da! The guy is a fucking fruitcake. I'm sorry to say this. This guy is befokken sy kop. Faye gave us 35 Rand. Thank you very much for your donation, Faye. It's well appreciated. It's guys like you that keep this shit going. Okay, I must admit, this is like pretty impressive. Like, how the hell does he do that? But anyway, like this guy is clearly not a politician. Why do we have him here? Because he is Lana Marx's son. Why do we have Lana Marx here? It is because Donald Trump likes her and he wants to give her some extra pocket money. I don't think Donald Trump gives a shit about what's happening in South Africa. Look here, he's even a Hillary fan. Crooked Hillary, the wicked witch from the east. Here we have some more Hillary photos. Let me zoom in. Get all those fucking wrinkles. There. There's your Chief of Staff to Laan and Marks. Right next to Hillary Clinton. We're in for fun times, guys. Like, USA is not going to save us. I'm sorry. Copy. I've got another one here. Paste and go. Okay, that one I already showed you guys. What's this last one? I think that was the highlights. This might be a boring one. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, this is like a faff move. Yoga kills, hashtag. Now, honestly, after seeing that, do you honestly think this guy should fill the position that he is filling? Zekat says, of course Trump doesn't give a shit, but Google does. That's why they sent some loon balloons. Do you guys have free internet? Aye, Zekat. Nepotisme op sy beste. That is correct, Dan Betway. Guys, I think that is where I'm going to leave it. It's already past 9. And I promised Jeremy I'll sort something out for him on Discord. So, until next time, volhard en hou koers.